I will end the practice of catch and release.
You heard it there. Donald Trump vowed to end catch and release. But now, in week 3 of his presidency, NBC News is learning that some of the thousands of migrants arrested under Donald Trump's orders have already been released back into the U.S. Joining us now, NBC News Homeland Security correspondent Julia Ainsley. What's up with that, Julia?
Well, Katie, it's because they had the same amount of space they did in the prior administration. So if they just have about 41,000 beds through ICE detention nationwide, a lot of the people they're arresting aren't actually able to be detained until deportation. And some of them are from countries that won't take them back. And federal court orders prevent ICE from holding them indefinitely. That wasn't part of the caveats next to we're going to end catch and release. Now, at the border, it is very hard for anyone to come through the border, so they're not even being caught, let alone allowed to pass there. But inside the United States, where Donald Trump has put a lot of emphasis and made a big show about how many people they're able to arrest. Of course, there's the ride-alongs. We see the images they post on X, how many people they arrest every day. What we're finding out now is that arrests don't necessarily equal deportations. In fact, most of the people who've been deported so far were arrested and detained under the Biden administration. So these people, many of them have just been released back into their communities on ankle monitors where they're able to be tracked as they go through the immigration process, and then they could potentially be picked up later for deportation if there's space. But it just goes to show, Katie, that just because they're being arrested doesn't mean they're actually being deported. And this is also what happens when the Trump administration casts the net very widely and doesn't just go after serious convicted criminals, but rather just anyone living here undocumented. There are a lot of people who end up being released back onto the streets.